Well, welcome back, everyone. UT4 Elim League Season 5 regular season matchup between Assassinz Anonymous and the Sheriffs in Town. Henceforth known as Alcoholics Anonymous and shit. AA and shit. Hell yeah, let's go. Great matchup. I mean, jokes aside, all matchup. Sheriffs in Town, great team. Matt and Fantasy, two-headed monster with Dem and Deluxe providing support. And then on the other hand, you have Assassinz Anonymous with Sass, Mr. 1000. Granted, Fantasy is also close to 1000, and Matt, I mean, 950 probably should have been 990. So in which case they'd lose out on Dem. But hey, a bunch of very high-level players. But Assassinz Anonymous, Assassin, Darth, Moncho, and Intro, solid team. A lot of hit scan, a lot of good players at playing very defensively and not giving up anything free, but that could bite them as well. Every playstyle comes with its advantages and disadvantages. I mean, Matt and Fantasy, both very aggressive, can also walk into a lot of damage. It happens, and that could spell the end of their lives when they really need to just, you know, have a bit more of survival to go. And as it stands, I mean, we're ready for this matchup to be great. Why is everything all of a sudden? Why are like all my team colors? I played one game of Puddle Lim. Why is everything screwed up? There we go. Apparently, I just had to save team skins. Nope, no idea. No idea why, like, I played one pub and it screwed everything up. I mean, red team is red and blue team is green, so easy to understand, or easy to figure out. But we're just waiting for this one to get started. Everyone's in the hub. We're a couple seconds away from getting this thing all going forward. So before we get into it, welcome back anyone who's just joined us to another UT4 Elim League Season 5 regular season matchup between Assassinz Anonymous and the Sheriffs in Town. As always, hosted by UT Pugs. And we will be getting into this one shortly. Have the ready. We're just waiting for final go. And Sass has the ready. Fantasy's got the enter button about ready to be hit, hopefully. And it's hit. We are going to be getting into our final countdown before this match starts. Have the have funs, have the good lucks, have whatever we want. We just want a great matchup, great watching experience to go forward this. And we're about to go right into it, and we're going to get, once we get first player and X-Ray on, we're going to stick on board Fantasy, and he's going to go up the lift, go to the top. No one actually combos it. Surprised, maybe they comboed it earlier, and Fantasy's slight delay there was just to give himself some time, but now he's kind of stuck. Going to go down and play this upper ledge angle, and it looks like Assassinz Anonymous really holding on to the belt flak area, and Matt taking down Sass, Dem going down to Intro, and I mean, Fantasy behind Intro hits a big combo and a snipe to follow up, and now Darth gone. Moncho probably not long for this world. He isn't, and first round going over to the Sheriffs in Town. The shit, whatever you want to call them, they won. It doesn't matter. Well, they won one round. And we'll go on board Matt before swapping over to see what Sass is up to. He's kind of hurt already, so not looking fantastic from the health angle for Sass, but Matt just playing a little bit more passively than I think we're used to seeing. Darth pushing at the amp aggressively. Matt just getting out of there immediately. Doesn't want to have to fight. Repositions, gets Intro, and now gonna try the move up. Doesn't hit it, but gonna move forward and finds just Sass jumping right in front of his crosshair. Didn't have to have good crosshair placement or movement. Sometimes the enemies just line up right for you. Matt goes down. Sass in a 1 versus 2 scenario against Fantasy and Matt. Both die to an LG. This is very winnable. Sass going to back off and just watch his angles, jiggle peeking every corner like his life depends on it, and the core flying by his face. They thought he's at bio. They definitely heard him walking. The combo goes up towards Amp, and I mean, there's somebody. They're all looking fantasy below lift. Sass, the link gun comes out and just takes down Matt. He could get this health pack here, give himself a chance. Dodges the LG from Fantasy. Fantasy is above an LG, so he will survive the shot if they trade. He also will survive the overtime if it goes that far. But I feel like these two players are going to run into each other sooner rather than later. And Fantasy does currently survive an LG. He does survive, but he dies to the round timeout damage. He had 2 HP left, 1 tick, and he is, unlike Screams, unable to get it at the last second save. So we're going to stick right on board Sass. Sass gets a clutch early on for his team against Matt and Fantasy. Great shooting from Sass. And, I mean, this man is twitching. But great mouse control, great instincts, and Deluxe jumps into his face and hits the LG and hits another shot. Fantasy going aggressive, but Sass just punishing him for it. But it doesn't matter. He takes out the one player probably that had the chance of clutching this round up. I don't think Macho's going to win a 1v3 against Matt, Dem, and Deluxe. Maybe a 1v2, but going to be tough for the 1v3. He does end up going down, and that is 2-1 over to the Sheriffs in town, and we will go on board with Darth, team captain for Assassin's Anonymous, AA. I mean, really unfortunate acronym for your team, but Assassin's Anonymous, captain, moving back, playing the belt position with his team. They're all here, except for one below left who could get pushed. Dem hits a nice rocket, but not going to push it instead. But Matt just finishes off Darth, and now Sass needing to hold his angles. It's a great rocket and a great combo. Well, great combo into a great rocket, and he is now moving forward and moving up to the top of the map. But Fantasy and Matt still alive. Hit a snipe on to Assassin, and Assassin almost shoots his teammate in the head, but holds off the trigger and gets a nice repositioned angle onto Fantasy. But now sees Matt. Matt knows where he is, dodges out, shoots the LG. Fantasy pushing aggressively. He does survive the snipe, so he can afford to eat. Matt comes from the other angle, gets a shot down. Fantasy and Sass both missing, but Fantasy not missing the second one. It takes down Sass. 3-1 lead for the Sheriffs in town. Fantasy and Matt currently going ham. We'll go on board with Intro, who's currently in second place for Assassin's Anonymous, and he's definitely helping them. I mean, they're a team that's going to survive off of their third place player, really kind of consistently having decent performances and being able to hold his own occasionally against top tier competition. I mean, they've got Sass, they've got Darth, but Mancho is their fourth, so they need good stuff out of Intro in order to win maps. Don't have the they're a traditional Elim Cup team in the sense they have one high player, one 600-700 player, one 500 player, and then one 200 player. Like, player in every kind of salary range. And he does take down Dem, but he's got Matt now, who's very healthy. Intro, 25 HP. Gonna hit a nice snipe, but Matt hits the follow-up snipe, gets the shot down. A great try out of Intro, and that is a 4-1 advantage to Sheriffs in town. Shit wins. And we should go on board Mancho now, actually give him a bit of a view here as he's firing some spam rockets against Dem. If Dem pushed, he could have walked right into those, so can't really hate on the idea. And he's just tinking down the shocks onto Dem right now. Dem happy to trade. Does take down Darth, but Intro very healthy, and Mancho he does not care. He's going to link him down. Dem in a 1 versus 1, needs to land some shots. Intro landing the first 2 though, and that's all that it takes to take down Dem. And a 4-2 scoreline. Darth is actually having a horrendous game right now. Sass easily carrying, and we should go on board with the Deluxe Model, Mr. Lambo himself, and shooting the cores. And this is kind of what his team needs. And Darth gets eliminated early again. Darth is not surviving in these rounds, and he needs to be. Deluxe kind of a little bit not sure where the enemy was, but ends up finding Macho anyways, and goes down to Macho, as even though Darth went down, everyone else on the team still alive to clean up Sass, looking like he's having an impressive performance, 4.8 PPR. And we've got Dem, I think the only player we haven't had is a start feature round yet. So we're going to be on board with him, and he hits a nice snipe onto Darth early. Darth kind of straight lining straight through, and if Dem had stayed on that angle, he could have shot Darth going up, but backs off at the last second. And Darth headshots Fantasy, so kind of letting Darth get that position was enabled the play. So Dem maybe just not quite aggressive enough there, a little too passive. And now he's got to fight a 1v3. And Darth getting in there with a link, but Sass hits the LG. And we've got a 4-4. I don't know what Darth is doing. But we'll take a round here and take a look at what he's actually up to, because it's not looking great. And him and Sass, I think, were both up top, and Darth just took so much damage again. Start of the round gets a little bit onto the Deluxe. They have to know that somebody's shooting combos here. They finally do. Darth hits. I just can't believe he was allowed to do that for as long as he was. I shoot one of those and somebody's on my ass, let alone 3 separate Stombos up to the amp from Mini. But Darth is low, Intro's also low, so Fantasy and Matt both kind of aware. Matt headshotting Darth, Fantasy shooting Intro, and after losing 3 rounds in a row, Sheriff's in town, able to get back onto the scoreboard. And we'll go on board with Fantasy now, who's currently, I think, the hot player for Sheriff's in town while he's moving around. Yeah, 4.4 PPR. Darth goes up top. Fantasy had him flash right in front of his screen, but I guess decided that it wasn't worthwhile. A little bit of slow, delayed reaction time, but now it's 2 versus 4. Fantasy and Matt versus the entirety of Assassinz Anonymous. Make that just Fantasy, as he's now in a 1 versus 3 scenario. Gonna be tough here, and gonna get shot, gonna go down.
3, 2, 1.
And let's go on board Sass, actually. Sorry, took a sip of the beverage, and Sass gonna just get rockets in onto Dem. Dem probably gonna go down here. Sass doesn't usually miss more than 1 or 2 of those. Deluxe trying to help out Dem, and does actually help out Dem. Takes down Dem, gives Fantasy and Matt a winnable 2 versus 3, but they do need to get the damage out. Fantasy's a little bit less healthy than Darth. Fantasy missing the shot onto Darth to begin with. Needs to reposition. Does so, and top of the lift goes down. There is 1 upper flak. Fantasy, I think, faking the hammer there. They know that there's 1 below lift, and now they know that 1 is bio, 1 is going to be link gun. Darth gonna get jumped on. Fantasy hits the 2 primaries. Matt hitting some other shots, and it was indeed a very winnable 2 versus 3 as Sass gets dropped. We'll actually start on this next round with him. He's still at 4.8 PPR. Great stuff out of Sass, but that's to be expected from Mr. $1,000. And apologize for a second. I might have a bit of the hiccups, but we'll see. Got a little bit of a little hiccup there. But Matt 1 versus 4, looking unlikely. Does take down Darth, but Sass comboing the pack, just making it hard for Matt to get anything done, and he was stuck at the shock area, and we have ourselves a 6-6. Darth seems to finally be waking up, and Sheriff's in town probably needed to get a little bit more out of that early Darth not really feeling the game out yet move, as they just weren't able to. And Intro now, Matt taking some damage. And Matt able to take down Sass, which is big. Gets the health pack, and there's 1 to his left, but Matt doesn't turn around in time. And Matt goes down. Why is... Oh, I accidentally opened my console. Sorry about that. Fantasy, huge combo onto Mancho, but he needs to keep it going. Intro, big damage, big flak, but Matt headshots Intro, or not Matt, Fantasy headshots Intro, and now Darth 12 HP up top, but 1 more at bio. The shot goes whizzing by Fantasy's ear, And he is just moving as fast as he can and finds Darth, but he needs to get this health pack. Gets it. He does survive a beam now. That is crucial. And now Fantasy's just looking. I hate the LG sound. It is the most annoying thing.
3, 2.
I mean... Fantasy whiffs the combo, but gets the primary. Mancho is going to be comboing this core.
Blue team wins the round.
You had to know. Mancho will bait the pack every time. Fantasy getting aggressive there, trying to get the health pack to survive another shot. Not thinking about who he was playing against. And we'll give Mancho a little bit of a round start here, but he's not really involved. Neither is Matt, though. But Sass also looks like he's a little bit spread. Team's pretty passive so far. And now it looks like Matt's getting aggressive, but Sass also has a player in his front. And Dem just holding him there, staying alive, making it so that Sass has to respect his flanks. And now Matt takes down Sass. Mancho last alive 1v4. I don't think it's likely with this HP. And it wasn't 7-7 scoreline. These teams right now seem to be very, very evenly matched. Matt kind of having an uncharacteristically poor game so far. We usually are used to seeing him performing probably around a 4.5 PPR play. And headshots Sass, though, as we speak. So Sass's noggin gets tobogganed. So does Intros. And I thought we were about to see a third one there. Matt was clicking and ready to go, but he does take down Darth. Matt on a killing spree, and the moment we say, hey, Matt, uncharacteristically quiet game, dude does like 400 damage and gets some shots. So we're going to stick on board. Matt just, I mean, he seems like he's heating up into this game. Misses Mancho, though, there, and misses Intro as well. Headshots Mancho there, though, so the click was clunked. Does get shot from Intro behind, and then finds Sass with a big flak and a big snipe. Misses the snipe back, but kills Darth with the... And Sass gets LG on to Matt. Sass is 17 HP. Intro kills Dem, and I don't think Deluxe is going to take out Intro, Sass, and Mancho 1v3 with Intro still having a lot of health. Does get Mancho, though. Just needs to get Sass right here, but Sass rockets around the corner. Gets a wrecker. So gets a wrecker despite being taken to, 17 HP by Matt there. So a great round out of Sass. And now hits a big combo onto Dem. Kills Dem. Dem wanted to just hang in there a little bit too long. Should have gotten out of there knowing that combo was coming. Sass almost rockets himself into the ceiling. But Fantasy and Matt in a very difficult 2v4. Fantasy in a 1v4. And 8-9 first map point going over to Assassinz Anonymous. And this is, we'll stick on board with Sass here. 4.8 PPR. And, but big combo from Matt already. And LG gonna whiff, though. The sheriffs in town must win this round to send it to a win by 2 situation. Not good enough to win 10-9. Gotta win by at least 2 rounds, and they're well on their way to doing that. Sass is hurt, and Sass is down. We have now entered win by 2 territory. It's 9-9. So right now, if one team makes it to 11 before another team wins a round, and Fantasy opens up, the damage doesn't get done, though. The landed slightly before open season began on the round, and Fantasy could not goodwill hunt Sass some free flak damage. And Darth taking down Deluxe first. Fantasy answering with some sniper damage, but needs more than that. Sass headshots Dem, and now it's Matt and Fantasy. Mancho goes down. Darth probably not likely he's going to stick around, but Fantasy getting the wall. Can't quite finish off Darth. Finally does. Sass and Matt. And a huge combo out of Fantasy takes down Sass. And that was almost tragic for Fantasy as he missed 3 or 4 easy shots onto Darth and almost blew the round, but was able to get it back, and now Sass has rockets in his face, takes 100, takes 62 more for his trouble, and looks like Fantasy is the hot player right now. Sass jumping up top. A lot of players over by top lift there, but they're going to kind of back off. Fantasy's going to keep moving around too flack. He has to hear somebody behind him. He does, in fact, but the world's quickest flick, but Darth, really healthy, takes down Fantasy. And we are tied up back at 10. We'll go on board Matt. Can Matt make something happen? He had a good round that we watched him already. Starts off strong with about 110 into, well, technically 115 into Assassin. Another chip damage combo there. Getting the old minimum damage combo, but I don't think minimum is 45 anymore. But he definitely got some good damage out there. And now big flak. And Mancho is hurt. Mancho is down. Darth and Assassin against 4. 2v4 for Assassin's Anonymous. Make that a 2v3 as Deluxe gets dropped. But Assassin just rides the lightning and is down Darth. Last chance for his team in this round, but not the last hope for them in the map. I mean, he could still win this. This is doable. Fantasy is low. Dem now brought down to one shot. Matt is very healthy, though, and Matt pushes forward. And, yeah, great push out of Matt, Fantasy, and Dem. Just good teamwork. Takes down Darth. Nothing complicated. And they are one round away. Can Sass, at 4.7 PPR, be the bulwark for his team? At this moment, he takes some early damage from Fantasy, gets shot out of the combo, and then gets sniped by Matt. Not what you wanted to start this round with, but Dem gonna go down here early. But Darth is traded out on the other side. That could be a big loss, although Darth hasn't had the greatest of maps, but he's still heated up towards the end of this game. And now Sass up top. Sass and Intro against 3, Sass against 3, and now Sass is his team's life. He is pretty healthy, takes down Deluxe, puts himself in a 1 versus 2. Getting Link down. Fantasy just pushing with his stack. Rockets coming out. They're going to try and do enough damage. And the Link gun is what was needed. Matt just waited for Fantasy to get there. The Link gun comes out. Great teamwork out of Fantasy and Matt. And the Sheriffs in town take map number 1 on Cheops 12-10. 4.3 PPR out of Fantasy, 4 out of Matt. 4.9 for Sass with 7,500 damage and 55% LG. The carry job was in place, but it wasn't enough. Darth, disappointing performance, 2 PPR, 3,491 damage. They're going to need more out of him if Assassin's Anonymous wants to win. Intro doing nearly 4K in 22 rounds. I mean, 2.5 for his salary range is exactly what you want. You can't ask for like, you can ask for more. I guess you can want more, but getting any less than that, not really worth it. Like, I mean, 2.5 for the salary range is great. Intro played completely fine. So, Captain of Assassin's Anonymous has some questions to ask of himself. Going into map number 2 here. For an uncharacteristic, statistically wise performance from Matt, really, too. Two kind of performances that weren't really great in this match compared to what their season stats are. Darth has put up some much better performances so far this season, so surprising to see kind of a stinker out of him here, but it happens to the best of us. We can't all have good games all the time. It's how we respond to adversity. And Darth now needing to respond. And I think he will. He's usually pretty good at responding to criticism, but we'll see. It's anyone's match. It's 12-10. Close games. Anyone's map 2 here. Although, surprised they let Pending through. This is one map that Fantasy has kind of shown that unless you have a team for it, not the one you want to play him on. But
the match is starting.
We are going into map number 2. And we are going to be getting started right here, right now. And we'll go on board with... we'll get the X-ray on, and we'll just go on board with Fantasy, since I know that everyone probably wants to see his round 1 on Pending. And he kind of runs an Assassin, and him and Matt, but they have Mancho into their rear, but he goes down, and the health pack goes over to Fantasy. He can still luckily survive a snipe, but just Assassin dropping down, being aggressive. And we'll go on board with Matt, who's going to push into the back. And Matt and Sass are going to run into each other here. Sass definitely saw Matt. Matt didn't see Sass, but able to avoid the damage anyways. Darth taking down Deluxe, sliding under Matt's LG. And Matt now in a 1 versus 3. So round 1 not going the way of the sheriffs in town so far. But great shot out of Matt. And intro, that was not what you wanted to do. Do not chase Matt up that jump pad. You will get sniped and flacked. And now Darth, though, great flaks to just punish, and rockets coming out of Sass. Great try from Matt. Needed to get Darth there, I feel, and he could have maybe taken a bit more into that 1 versus 1. We'll go on board with Sass. And, I mean, round 2. First round on the board was a good one for... And Sass, Jesus, his mouse movement is just so precise when he's making these flicks. Very good. Takes down Fantasy and then hits Dem. Good damage. Just so smooth. Sees Matt coming up, flacks him. And that is all she wrote. That, I mean, for that round, Sass and Darth is responding 100%, 5.5 PPR right now. He is showing us that Cheops was in fact a fluke. He is now fully warmed up, ready to rumble. And, I mean, that was a wild occurrence between him and Matt, just passing each other like that. And then the shot getting whiffed. Darth going all the way across with the wall run, getting up to boxes fast, running into Fantasy, and the shot's not firing. And Darth almost shooting his teammate Sass, however, takes down Fantasy, but goes down himself. And now Matt and Deluxe just kind of shooting at Darth. Darth still over by the belt area. They all know where he is. Deluxe hitting the LG onto Darth. And Darth got Deluxed. So, I mean... good stuff. We'll go on board with Matt now. And Matt running right into somebody here. Mancho's alone at pillar. If they can call this out and get him, he's going to be stuck there at Link. And Mancho just walks right into the shots from Matt. But Matt getting the damage, leaving him alone. The more important things to go. Big damage onto Sass already. Multi-kill from Matt. Can he get the ultra? He does not hit the headshot. That would have been what's needed. But Matt so far has 3 kills in this round. Great round out of Matt. Looking for the last one on Sass. Jumps up. Flak doesn't connect either. Rocket goes wide. Matt looking for Sass. Sass is still at the ramp, just hiding. And Matt missing the LG, but Fantasy hitting the combo. And a great round out of Matt. He's got 1,200 damage currently. We'll go on board Dem. Actually, let's stick on board Matt. He looks like he might be a little hot right now. So we're going to stick on board. He's going to go up with some rockets loaded and walks straight into a combo by Darth, missing the LG himself. Went for a little bit of more of a pixel shot there. Coming around the corner, finding Darth, not finding the damage though. Gets a little chip. But Deluxe already having dropped this round. And Mancho just not there. Darth jumping up dangerous right in front of Matt. Had flak out. Matt hits the LG. But needs to maybe, I think he needs to kind of find Darth in the next second or two here. Otherwise there is going to be help arriving. And does in fact find Darth. But now has Sass and Mancho hitting the snipe, taking down Matt there. And 3-2 lead restored for Assassinz Anonymous. We'll go on board intro. He had a solid game for his team last map, so hopefully he can keep it up. Was doing really well for a second. Was over 4 PPR. Actually, while Darth was kind of having his bad game, like rounds, intro was picking up the slack. So they do have a player capable of helping to cover for some slightly off performances, but intro there not having a great round. We'll go on board with Deluxe for a little bit more of this round as him and Mancho kind of having a little bit of a back and forth. We'll swap over to Mancho, who looks like he's probably going to be in a fight here soon. As well, Fantasy take care of Assassin and Darth. Mancho is last alive. So, bad switch by me, but... I mean, Mancho is just surrounded in the basement, not letting him out. Dem kills himself with rockets!
Red team wins the round. 3, 2, 1.
Oh man, that's 3 straight games I've watched someone just well into a floor or a wall, something, and kill themselves. Dem just set a trap that he did not spring. Maybe he just saw Mancho and was like, that's not the target I want. We all saw Dem crouch in that corner waiting for someone to walk by, and Mancho is likely to go down here. 18 HP. Darth goes down as well. Wouldn't switch off Mancho, but I guess it was worth it for seeing Dem hiding in a corner. Mancho going to leave the HP for his teammate who's nowhere close to it. However, Sass is still alive while Mancho is dead, so might have been a good thing. But now Deluxe is guarding that health pack. And Sass goes down, and we'll go on board with Dem. And we've got, I mean, I'm still laughing from like 2 straight rounds of absolute wild play out of everybody. Headshot from Dem onto Mancho. Sass is also not looking great for Ware. He does in fact go down. Darth 1 versus 3. Very winnable. Very winnable. Does take care of Fantasy. Runs right into Matt, takes a little bit of flak damage. Dem is the healthy one. They do see it, but a huge combo onto Dem. Darth getting himself 1 HP. Matt, 1 HP. Darth gets the Dark Horse on everyone. What a round out of Darth. After Cheops, he said, not on my watch. We're going to be playing like a baller on Pending. And Sassin now hiding in a corner. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't.
1 kill remains.
Darth, last alive, dies. Okay, also, I actually can believe that, because every time I've played Pending, as of late, against Sass, he has done that at least 1 round every time. If he gets those spawns, he goes and hides in that corner and waits for you to walk into connector. So, scouting report, in case anyone is worried, Sass does that all the time. Sass now against Fantasy, and this is a fight at pillar, and Fantasy's deciding he's just going to bounce, move over to 50, and it looks like Deluxe has dropped, so Fantasy running into Sass, and Sass more flacking himself there, but LG's going Sass's way. Fantasy's 32 HP, not much for this world. Matt, not much left either. 1 versus 4. Needs to make something happen. And hits Sass, but Sass healthy enough to survive the LG. And down goes Matt, 5-5. And rocket from Matt onto Sass. Sass with the flak instead. Usually those 2 roles are reversed. Matt gonna back off. He's got to kind of play his life now. Took a lot of damage early in that and goes down to Darth. So we'll go over to Fantasy, who's shooting Mancho in the back. He wants this health pack. He is aggro for the candy. Jumps up to help his teammate. Takes down Intro. There is a player below him. Mancho is up over, and yeah, Fantasy wisely going to back off, get the candy, get himself to a little bit more health. Takes down Mancho, and now it's Darth against 2. Missing the keybind there. Darth 1v2 and just does not recognize that Fantasy had used those boots there. Gets shot for free, and now just Fantasy's going to wait to drop down until Darth hits the combo and takes him out. Fantasy patient as a pangolin. Trying to find the alliteration there. I don't know how patient pangolins are, but you know, maybe it's something. But we've got a fight here. Dem and Deluxe against Darth and somebody else. Looks like Mancho. So, Fantasy taking down Sass, though. We'll swap over. He's on a killing spree. So, he's going to get the camera for a little bit until we get down to 1 last player. And we'll keep the camera until Darth is, well, I guess Fantasy has no idea where Darth is. Neither does anyone else on the team. Darth playing, like, no moves. Matt definitely heard that. Fantasy definitely has to know that he's somewhere. And now Darth has been found. He is in a corner that is probably inescapable, and does in fact get linked down, and for a 2-round lead now to the sheriffs in town. And that is going to be, I mean, kind of a significant, well, they were up 4-1, I think, so I guess second significant lead, but this one much more significant. It is much earlier, or much later in the game, and Fantasy just getting nest shots for free. How is this not being called out? Wild that he was unpunished for just standing out in the open, too. And Link Gun coming out of Fantasy, he's just trying to put damage on Sass. He knows that at this point, getting the last few targets that he can as low as he can, and nice tracking on that LG, takes him down, misses that LG, and now he's got Darth and Assassin both on him, but Sass goes down to a headshot. Darth takes down Matt. Darth versus Deluxe, and Darth gonna hit the first snipe, and I mean, never say never, but I think Darth has got this one. Yeah, I feel like good combo players like Darth are the absolute kryptonite towards the lower salaried players who probably are a little bit less used to dealing with kind of the patience that Stombo players can have sometimes. They're used to the fast and hectic nature that is a lot of more modern UT4 and 2K4 playstyles. But Darth just patiently Stombos the core and gets the kill. Fantasy kind of not having as big of an effect on this round. Dem dropped early, so it's, or Matt dropped early, I should say. So it's really up to Fantasy to do a big work here and almost eats a combo, but thankfully not blown up. And Deluxe, they might finally just decide to push him down. Fantasy does here. The lift is not cooperating, and Fantasy might accidentally grenade his teammate. I think it might have happened. He did take a little bit of damage there, and I don't think it was from a shot. So Fantasy gets the health pack, but he's in a 1 versus 3. Needs something crazy to happen. And it just, his combo timing is slightly off.
Round 3, 2, 1.
And that is 7-7. So after going down 7-5, Assassin's Anonymous responds, and first snipe going to Sass, but a couple follow-up shots going the way of the sheriffs in town, I think particularly in Dem. And Assassin taking down Fantasy. He's 23 HP, and Deluxe just not looking toward the basement, and now firing rockets. Finally, I think Fantasy yelled at him to get the LG out. Makes it happen, but Deluxe just unable to punish Assassin. Had the wrong gun out, and now 8-7 scoreline to Assassin's Anonymous. They have turned this around. Darth actually still leading, so we'll go on board and see. Although he has been last man standing a lot, but it has paid dividends for them so far in this matchup. He's won a couple of dark horses. And now Dem pushing. Dem going down. Fantasy and Matt against 3. And Darth just landing damage. Fantasy 1 versus 3 gets an opening snipe onto Sass, but Sass is still pretty healthy and doesn't quite walk into that combo. Great use of the boost there by Sass. I mean, Sass, 19 HP. That flak took him to almost nothing. Fantasy now running for his life. Knows that somebody's probably going to check here. The LGs from Sass and him both go wide. Fantasy actually not quite good on the hearing tracking. Thought that he was looking up top when in reality it was just somebody on the other side of the 50 wall. Mancho not going to get hit, but Sass walks into the combo. Fantasy is very winnable now. Both players left are low. Darth very low. Is probably not going to want to push. Does go down, and I don't think Fantasy's ever losing this to Mancho. No disrespect to Mancho, but just like Darth versus Deluxe, I think Fantasy's got this one in the back. He doesn't even need to engage with Mancho. I mean, he probably wants to win, but don't do anything stupid and walk into some easy free damage. Mancho ends up going down after getting primaried by Fantasy. An 8-8 scoreline. What a performance. Although I don't think he gets to Dark Horse because he didn't get the last kill. He died to round damage, so... But it was a Dark Horse. It was a 1 versus 3 that Fantasy came out on top of, just slightly unconventionally. And already, Assassin's Anonymous is getting dropped this round. They are getting bodied. Fantasy hitting 2 straight shots into the LG. What patient shooting out of Fant there. Just waiting for intro to dodge. That's why you can't dodge against good players. Just does not work out for you. Just stick to AD spamming or strafe spamming or stutter stepping, whatever you want to call it. Don't go airborne, because that is what happens. What Fantasy just did to intro, right there. Somebody gets sniped. I think it was Assassin. Assassin 15 HP. His round might as well already be over. Sheriffs in town looking like they're going to win this 2-0. But it ain't over till it's over. But huge combo, well, potential, but Fantasy goes down, gets flacked by Darth. Sass does get dropped, so it is still a 3 versus 3. If Sass was still alive, I would be actually really worried about the Sheriffs in town's chances. But now they have 2 people trapped at U-Haul. Going to be hard for them to get out of here. But Mancho walking into pillars like his life is concrete. And now it's 2 versus 3 in favor of Sheriffs in town. Darth getting shot at by 2 people here. They're kind of letting Intro survive. Dem does take down Intro, though. Darth, this is your team's match life here. And Darth goes down to Deluxe Model. Deluxe getting revenge for the earlier round. And that is a 2-round scoreline difference. 10-8 to the Sheriffs in town. Fantasy 4.2 PPR, Matt 4 PPR, definitely came alive this game, had over 5k damage. Fantasy, I mean, a hair behind, 4,900. But Darth Assassin kind of having a bit of an awkward game here, 3.3 PPR, but Darth picked it up. I mean, 3.4, that's 1.4 better than he was on Cheops. That's a huge game out of him. Intro kind of did fall off, though. Only 2 PPR. You would, as I said, you kind of hope that he's in that 2.5 range. And as long as he stays in that 2.5 range, they should be a solid, hard-to-beat team. But him kind of having a down performance and Sass kind of having a down performance, I mean, and they still only lost 10-8. So, I mean, they had good teamwork. They won some clutch rounds, just couldn't put it all together when they needed it. So we're getting on board on a phase, and it's a 2-0. This phase map is not going to determine the match. It is for seeding purposes, but I mean, Assassin's Anonymous, they still want to win this, and I think they can. Darth pretty good at this map, so I'm expecting him to do well. Sass also quite strong here. A lot of cheeky aim goals, a lot of rocket opportunities. So I'm interested to see what ends up happening. We do have, I mean, a little bit of a wait here, so who knows what's going on.
The match is starting.
And we are getting into map number 3. Phase.
3.
And let's see if Assassin's Anonymous can step it up and take the game to the Sheriffs in town here. Sorry, I was trying to focus on exactly what I was doing and then let myself get sidetracked. Sass takes a lot of damage from Fantasy in the basement. And now Matt above Sass and goes down. Matt on the hunt against Mancho. Hits a good shot. And now it is Intro against 3. And he's in a corner with Fantasy looking at him. Matt comboing the top of the lift. He's at Rockets, but they're both healthy, and you have 15 HP. I don't think he was ever coming out of that one alive. And now let's go on board Matt, and we'll see. What is that angle, Matt? Matt holding the world's smallest triangle, and does end up getting Assassin. Not with the original angle I'm talking about, but with another just surprisingly long held angle, and just patient combo on Intro. Intro just dodges right into it, and Mancho's last alive. And already, though, it's looking like phase. Maybe Assassin's Anonymous is just all out of juice, but
2, 1.
I mean, we're gonna find out. It's looking like the Sheriffs in town might just run away with this, but as I say that, Flax and LG's out of Matt, just taking down Sass, and Matt repositioning quickly, gets right onto Intro. Intro shooting the flak instead of the combo. Would have expected it. The flak ball just eviscerates Intro. He is gone. Big combo onto Darth. Anti-combo into Matt's face, though, as Mancho gets the troll damage onto Matt, but I mean he's in the basement with surrounded by the sheriffs, and he got not deputized, arrested, iced, I guess. A little bad there, but going on. Sheriffs in town are, I mean, they're moving up, and Darth just kind of runs into Matt, but Matt just playing ring around the rosy with Darth. But Darth and, I mean, they're both trading damage here. A lot of damage out onto Darth, a lot of damage also out onto Matt. And they miss each other on that one. Darth 16 HP. Sass, though, in the courtyard goes down, and now Darth, all that is left, and he goes down.
2, 1.
And that is, I mean, it's all coming up sheriffs in town. It's all coming up shit. And there we, I mean, some good stombo damage from Darth onto somebody up at Belt. And I mean, it's just gonna be tough here. Dem, Darth is already kind of low. Does take down Dem, though. Great aggressive forward push, and Darth is last one alive. Headshot somebody. That was Matt. Matt getting absolutely rocked, and this is winnable for Darth. Just needs to hit some damage, but unable to hit Fantasy there. And 5-0. This is going quickly the wrong direction for Assassin's Anonymous. And, I mean, and Matt, once again, holding the world's smallest triangle. Later, Sass. Matt's on a rampage. I guess we missed the killing spree announcement. Otherwise, we'd have been on him more often. We've also been swapping to the last man alive for Assassin's Anonymous here. But we did miss last round, so... Our fault. My fault. Matt is just dominating.
Last man standing.
He is now last man standing, though, against Intro and Darth. So if he wants to keep his rampage, he needs to make it happen. So make it happen, boss. We want to see this go to a dominating. Headshots Intro, but Darth is going to slide across. Matt able to kind of get out. Darth's going to watch that health pack. I mean, Matt needs to hit a headshot here. Gets a snipe. And Darth healthy enough to just walk into Matt. Takes him down. And down goes Matt. What? Did Macho just say GG? Unbelievable. And, I mean, but it still doesn't matter. Matt is just hitting damage right now. But Darth getting the better of Matt in that exchange. Apparently, we need to not watch Matt more often so he doesn't so he goes on rampages. Apparently, all I do is Caster's Curse Matt. The less we talk about Matt, the more he gets done. Schrodinger's 5 PPR player. If we didn't see it, did it really happen? Statistically, yes. Actually, no. Assassin's Anonymous able to kind of make a couple bit of a comeback right now. Darth 3.7. I mean, I said Darth was good at this map. Granted, he has also been last alive a decent amount of times. A lot of excessive last man standings will inflate your PPR. Ask me how I know. Because when I have my best PPRs, I'm last man standing a lot more. Is it good for my team's winning chances? Maybe. But we'll see. I'm usually not the person you want in the 1v1s, though. But, Fantasy gets headshot by Darth, or Darth gets headshot by Fantasy, putting Sass in a 1 versus 3 that he does not win. And round number 6 goes over to, I think Sass has given up. Sass definitely knows this map. I've played with him on it, and he has done very well here. So I think he's just not really trying as hard. Yeah, I mean, he's rocket rushing everything. What Dem's movement, I think, is confusing Sass as he's unable to land those rockets. It is Matt and Dem in a 1 version or 2 versus 3. Matt gets a double kill. We see the second half of it as he kills Sass. And he's going to move around. Last man standing. And there was a player right next to him that Matt just decided, I'm going to shoot at the other guy instead. But Intro landing a couple primaries. Darth sliding across the screen. Intro dying. Darth is going to check that health pack. He's going to slide his way forward. And Matt just flick shots Darth just like that. Matt is the ace. Matt, great round. We saw 3 of those kills. So, I mean, I guess we're going to stick on him. Schrodinger's 5 PPR player. If we don't see it happen on screen, did it really happen? And we weren't watching him, and the moment, like, he starts heating up the moment, like, we just got lucky there. We caught the moment of Matt before we're going to have another round where he's looking at nothing for half of it. Does get Intro, though. And Matt has Sass behind him. Big flak, but not a big LG fantasy. 1 versus 3. And he is running for his life, but he's got raging Darth with jump boots chasing him. Mancho just making whatever the hell moves he feels like. Mancho killing himself by miniing a teammate.
2.
Why do we keep seeing this happening in the games we're watching? Oh, and it's been phased 3 times. It's just, it's so good. Peak. We'll go back on board Matt, who's currently just dominating. He came close. He was on a rampage. No actual domination, but ends up dropping Sass and Matt trading. Fantasy's going to go for the health part. Just does not care about hitting his teammate with any kind of damage there. Just get the enemy dead ASAP. Mancho shooting you in the back is not going to be the big problem for you. Big flak onto Mancho. Darth with the combo, though. Darth looking for Fantasy, and now Fantasy, I think, is aware. Finds Darth with a snipe. Finds him with another snipe. Can he hit a third one? He does. Darth, 35 HP. Got a health pack. Fantasy's got to know that he's got to have, very little. Fantasy, impressive. Hits another snipe. We're sticking on board. Man just hit 4 snipes in a row. What are we going to do? We're going to watch the guy who just impressived twice. But Mancho, I swear, Mancho's movement just, like, Fantasy cannot process it. His brain is incapable of understanding the designs. That would have hit. I swear to God, that rocket hits me every time. But Fantasy, it, like, whizzes past his ear hole. Hits another snipe on not Mancho. Hits another snipe on not Mancho. He's going to hit not Mancho for 1,000,000 damage. Finally misses a shot on someone who's not Mancho. But Intro ends up taking him down. And 8-4. I mean, we're having some fun here. It's 8-4. There's the comeback chance is still real. But we're gonna go back on Matt. Matt just turning away from Darth there. That's a nice little primary. Assassin rockets himself. And it's Matt versus Sass once again. And Sass hits a great flak ball to Matt's face, but he's at 9 HP. And Intro just jumps into Matt's waiting arms. Sass able... Play some bunny tracks, Matt. I mean, it doesn't really matter when you have some of the best aim around and you just smoke people like that. But Matt now, he's 4.2 PPR. Just missing Darth there. Looking for damage. Assassin down below. Matt looking for the shots. Lands 20-some damage in flak shards. And now Sass in a corner. Unfortunate, but the flak gets missed. And now rockets are coming in. Matt goes down. Fantasy also couldn't hit Sass. Or I think Sass still alive. Fantasy also couldn't hit Sass. And now Fantasy moving away, trying to get out there. Runs right into Intro. Huge flak. Can he get out of this? He's put himself in a corner. Needs to watch out. Big flak onto Sass. Sass very low. Needs to get the kill. But Fantasy can't quite hit it. He does get the kill, but the link gun out of Mancho is enough to take down Fantasy. And that is, I mean, it's 9-5. Clean it up, gentlemen. Rocket does land onto Matt, but Fantasy killing Intro. Matt gonna get this health pack and start moving forward. He sees Mancho. He's gonna shoot at Mancho, but Mancho not going down, and now Matt has trouble in paradise here. He's got 3 people on him and ends up going down. Dem probably not long after. He's got miniguns out in his face, and Darth making sure he goes down. 9-6. Still 3 more rounds needed out of Assassinz Anonymous to tie up this seeding map here. And we'll go on board with Fantasy, who's, I think, had a couple of better rounds lately than Matt, but watch, this is Matt's going to get like a ace wrecker here. So let's keep our eyes on the kill feed. But Darth taken very low. Fantasy hitting a couple of shots here. And he's going to go up the lift and jumps and just right... What did I say? Matt got the kill. But Fantasy gets the second kill onto intro. And he's going to be in better position to hit Sass here. Does, in fact, get to Sass. Sass going to take the other lift. And Fantasy hits him, takes him down. Mancho last alive. His team's hopes and dreams in this map 3 rest on him. And they rest on nothing. And down goes Assassinz Anonymous 3-0 to the Sheriffs in Town, who did lose earlier today, 2-1 to PHKS. So, I mean, we've got, we had a couple of great games here. FaZe was honestly the least enjoyable of the 3, and even then, there was still some stuff to find, to have some fun with in this one. But thank you all for joining. We will catch you in the next one, whenever that may be. But for now, this has been, once again, another production of the UT4 Lim League Season 5, hosted by UT Pugs, and we will catch you all later. Bye now.